Howdy humans, I should be live. How's it going, everyone? It is, what is it, Wednesday, November the 19th, 6:30 p.m. Around 4 degrees Celsius, I think. Feeling more like 2. Hello to all the people popping into the chat, my YouTube account, Vivian Johnson. Hello to both, Carl Roth, Greg Keating, Craig O'Connor, Carol L.E., Kyle Walker, Todd Fuller, hello. Tavane and Zach, Route 904, hello. Hello Tim Kenyon, Mr. Majestic, Harjot, Janice. Good to have you all. What's up, Picard? Engage. So I'm way in the West End here. I'm at Jane and Bloor in Bloor West Village. Just got off the subway here at Jane Station. Hey, Randy Ruck, hello. Hello, Christos. I'm going to walk all the way back downtown. I think that's the plan. But I think I'm going to take Bloor to Roncesvalles and go down Roncesvalles instead of just continuing along Bloor. Hello, Joseph. How you doing? Already over 100 people right off the bat here. Awesome. Cheers, everyone. Hello, Mark Allen Holmes. Brad Palmer, happy hump day. Yeah, it feels quite nice out here though, even though it's a bit on the chilly side. I think the sky is mostly clear. We have some clouds I can see here and there, but just a nice crisp feeling to the air tonight. Hello, Nadine. Hey, cheers, Carl. Sometimes it's fun to take the subway out to a far off part of the city and then just walk back home. So basically that's the plan for tonight's stream. And the subway ride wasn't too bad. At this time of evening, you know, on a Wednesday, it's pretty crowded though. It can always be annoying. And the train only stopped inside the tunnel and sat there once for the ride, so that wasn't too bad. There's never any explanation as to why they do that. It just slows down, stops in the tunnel, sits there for sometimes just for a few seconds, sometimes for like a minute or two, and then it'll just start continuing on again. But they never tell you why. Why did the train just stop in the tunnel like that? Hey, Funny Dog, Morgana, hello. Jada, good to see you. Oh, one of my shoes has come untied here, of course. Hello, Leo and Mark M. I'm going to tie my shoe up. Hey, William Elliott and Scott, how you doing? And Carlos. Yeah, that makes sense why they would stop like that, but maybe they should inform us, you know? Sometimes people are just sitting there going like, what the hell's going on? Hello, Pamela, how you doing? And Jillian. Randy Ruck. What's up, Cam? I'm doing okay, Leo. Hope you're doing good as well. What's up, Gertish? Random Travels, hello. Yeah, this is a really nice neighborhood here. Hello, Jacques. It's around 4 Celsius, Carlos. Yeah, a bit frosty, but there's not much wind blowing, so it actually feels, you know, quite pleasant in a way, sort of refreshing. The wind just ruins things, I find, especially when it's the cold time of year. But even in the summer, the wind can ruin a nice summer day. Quaint little corner shop here. Hey, Famous Master, hello. Hey, that's good to hear, William. Right around the corner. We got a little bit of their Christmas decor up here. Yeah, this feels much more pleasant than my last stream on Monday night. I was feeling the cold for sure on that night. Oh no, sidewalk closed. In Toronto, no sidewalk goes unobstructed, right? We're just laying down some fresh cement there. Hashtag hello. Forum this one forever. Yes. Pardon me, I'm a semi-known YouTuber. Would you like me to put my palm in this fresh cement to commemorate the moment? Hello, Hewer. I always walk on this side of the street almost every time I go through Bloor West Village. I think one time I went to the other side just because I always walk on this side. But here I am back on this side again. Handprints for walk tubers, yeah. In Hollywood, I think they have handprints, right, for some of the celebrities. Good evening, Sandy. Evening, Modano. Welcome to the Hump Night stream, I guess you could call it. Happy Hump Night. Oh, that guy's just talking to himself, or he's talking to somebody on an unseen device, maybe? I don't know. He's just having a conversation with somebody as he's walking along, probably with himself, I'm guessing. Check out this dollar store here. It just says dollar plus. I thought it just said dollar, but then I noticed the plus. It'd be better if it was just called dollar, I think. There's the Swan, one of those Firkin pubs. One of many Firkin pubs. Hey, just two dreamers living life. Hello, and hello Outlaw Radio. Linda Jane Jackson, welcome. And anyone else said hello? Maybe I missed your greeting. Santa in the Village, November 22nd. That might be something to check out, right? Yeah, that might be something to check out. A little Christmassy video, maybe? That's the day before the Santa Claus parade. I could probably come and record that. Still seems early to me to have these Christmas events taking place in November when there's like almost a whole month of December before Christmas, you know? Janice Pike and Rick, hello. Oh, I'm sure there'll be Christmas music. Sometimes, though, the Christmas music doesn't get you a copyright claim. It all depends, I think, on whether it's one of those old standards or if it's one of the pop versions, you know, the modern pop versions. Those ones will always get you a copyright claim. Some foul-mouthed youngsters back there. His voice hasn't even changed yet and he's already dropping F-bombs. Oh, I guess I did too at that age. Who am I kidding, right? It just seems wrong now as an adult to hear prepubescent children dropping F-bombs. Even though we all did it, I think. At least my friends and I, we all did it. Mr. Adam's Apple, how you doing? Brett Mallon.
I know, right?
Harvey's. Yeah, young ruffians indeed. Yeah, High Park Station. High Park is right up ahead. I don't think T-Shods is around these parts tonight. She usually streams on Saturday nights, right? Unless there's something special going on. Check out that cloud. It's just sort of hanging there. It's just hanging out. What's up, JD? And Yvonne, hello. I'm doing well. Nice night for a walk, I think. Better than Monday, anyway. Monday was such a quiet night, right? Not much going on then. Tonight is a lot livelier, I think. At least it was on my way here on the subway. And Yonge and Dundas, where I got on the subway, was really busy. With some wheelie guys. Are those things even street legal? I don't know, man. Just ride around like maniacs popping wheelies on motorized vehicles like that. I would laugh if a cop just suddenly appeared out of nowhere and nailed them. I would laugh. Yeah, no lights on either. That's right. Yeah, they're just dipshits, right? They're just people who don't abide by the rules of society. We're living in a society. There's my favorite apartment building around here. Yeah, the wheelie thing here is, you know, you see it here. It does happen here, but in some American cities, though, it's a huge issue. It's something that's far worse. Well, they have hundreds of them going around in a huge posse, a huge wheelie gang or whatever, taking over the streets, basically. Cities like Philadelphia, it's a big problem there. Like, yeah, like a Mad Max type situation in some US cities, right? Here it's usually just a small group of teenagers or early 20-somethings. There might be like a dozen of them, maybe. What's up, Billy T? I can hear the subway. Just went by right on that overpass there. Runs above ground right there. We just missed it. There's High Park. So we're leaving Bloor West Village behind. Let's see if we can catch a train going by. Why not? I'm in no rush. Shouldn't be more than a couple of minutes. Unless it sits in the tunnel somewhere. The train that I took, actually, once it got to James Station, they announced that it was out of service. And everyone had to get off at James Station, and then the train went back the way it came. What corner? I don't know what corner it was on, but it's 2001 Bloor West is the address. I always remember that because of, 2001, A Space Odyssey, so it's easy to remember. Alright, come on, train. When you want to see a train go by, they never go. There we go. There we go. Wasn't that exciting? Wasn't that worth waiting for? At this time of day, the trains run pretty frequently, right? Every couple minutes, basically. Yeah, you get used to the sound of a train if you live near the tracks. After a while, it's like you don't even hear it anymore. I did some crazy bike stunts when I was a kid, oh yeah. We would do really crazy stuff, and we would get injured sometimes, yeah. Making jumps and things like that, or intentionally crashing, wiping out. Just, I don't know why, just because it was fun. What's up, Howard? I had lots of skinned knees and skinned elbows when I was a kid. Some of the things my friends and I would get up to would probably have gotten us arrested if the cops happened to see us. But we seem to always get away with it. Sorry. All right, Scott. All right, making my way east on Bloor, passing High Park. Yeah, once I get to Dundas, I'll go south, and then Roncesvalles is down there, and I'll continue down Roncesvalles. Maybe we'll walk along King Street for a while, down at the end of Roncesvalles. I think I've gone into High Park after dark once or twice, yeah. It's not usually considered dangerous or anything. I think there have been some incidents here and there over the years, you know, but I think a lot of people are in there at night, usually in the warmer time of year though, right? It's not like Central Park in the 70s or 80s or anything like that. Hey, Toronto's Drop Music Guy, hello. Hello, Jack. Yeah, coyotes are probably wandering around in there more than people on a chilly, you know, late November night. We're pretty much in late November now, aren't we? We're pretty much at that point, I think, where we can say that. Some nice neighborhoods up that way. Going up into the Junction area if you head north. like cougars. I don't think there's been any cougars spotted in Toronto in, I don't know, 100 years. They were almost pretty much extinct in Ontario, I think, you know, for a long time, but there have been some sightings in the last, I don't know, 20 years or so. Even around my hometown, North Bay, there were some sightings. Nothing was confirmed, though, as far as I know. Hey, speaking of coyotes, these ones must have looked at Medusa or something. Hello, Capo Cappy and 60s Freak. This one has a baby. Those are dingoes. Holy cow, someone's walking a huge dog over there. I don't think a coyote would mess with that dog. You see it? That dog is like 2 coyotes put together. Hey, donkey balls. Hey, Baskin Robbins is coming soon. I think Felicity lives nearby. She's probably pretty happy about that if she saw that. She might not have seen that yet. Hey, hello Jefferson. Johnny Be Good. A little country boy named Johnny Be Good. Never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ring and a bell. Or so I hear, anyway. Yeah, they're doing lots of work on the sidewalks all along Bloor. Right where I started the stream, they're also replacing some of the sidewalks. Yeah, you got that right, Jefferson. I feel quite cool and relaxed. The Dome of Chill. Yeah, let's just stream under the dome of chill all the way downtown. You know, I never liked gravy. I was never a gravy fan. To me, ketchup was the way to go. That's why I don't really enjoy poutine. Not really into it. Oh, there's a horrible odor around here. Oh, it's awful. It must be coming from this gas station here. Holy moly, it's actually making me cough. It's terrible. Don't breathe. Don't breathe if you walk past this place. Hey, D Boutique has been a member for 1 year. Awesome. Cheers, D Boutique, if you're listening. Thanks, Vivian, for the heads up. Look at these things. When they were coming down the street and you can only see the lights, they kind of look like the little alien craft from Close Encounters that were flying down the highway. Hey, Tom Seeley. Mo Coffee, hello. And Tiana is here. Hello, hello. All right, we're past High Park. So if you're just joining the stream, we're walking downtown. I started at Jane Station, Bloor and Jane, at the western end of Bloor West Village. But I'm not just going to go straight down Bloor all the way downtown. I'm going to go down Roncesvalles. And then I think I'm going to take King. I could take Queen also. Hello, Ken. Hello, WWC. Oh, this is Nancy Mattis, right? Hello, Nancy Mattis. I started about 40 minutes ago. Yeah, already 40 minutes ago. That went by fast. Welcome, Nancy. Hey, another train. Hey, perfect timing. Hey, two of them. We got a twofer. This thing looks like a robot. What's up, math doctor? You go all the way to North Bay. Why not just to Timmins? Isn't Timmins a lot closer to Smooth Rock Falls? Hello, Chowdhury. And Grandrew, welcome. Okay, we're almost at Dundas. I can see that ugly building on the corner. It's like the ugly landmark of the area, basically. What's up, Derek? It's a nice artwork on their building here, King Slice. They have pasta also. Here's the Toronto Hockey Store. Jeez, my throat is all screwed up after inhaling whatever that was back there. For all you hockey lovers. The Three Little Bops. No, I have not seen or heard of that. Someone's pulling a Yui. Scotch's Variety. There was a store along Bloor here called Kenneth Variety, actually. I think it's gone now, but it was up that way. I haven't seen that in a long time. I guess it closed down. Something else is there now. I do have a picture of it though from back in the day. That's your variety store, that's right. Except I just tend to think of, you know, Scotty from Star Trek. Not Scott from Long Island, but I won't argue. Although Scotty from Star Trek was actually a Canadian. He wasn't even Scottish per se. I think he had Scottish ancestry or something, or there was a reason why he could do a Scottish accent so well, you know. But he was Canadian though. James Doohan. Bike Pirates. And Captain Kirk also was Canadian. I think everyone knows that though. And he's still kicking. Canadians always like to point out other Canadians that people might not know are Canadian. It's like a pastime of ours. Hey, did you know that such and such person is Canadian?
Oh.
Hey, John O'Meara. All right, 322 sets of eyeballs watching me as we get to Dundas Street. So I'm going to go south here. Yes, Bloor and Dundas do cross. Twice, actually. There's the Giraffe building. That's going to be demolished eventually. They've been trying to redevelop that site for like almost as long as I've lived in Toronto, like over 15-ish years. It's still there. There's the crossways. Here's the ugly building I was talking about. Yeah, I heard that Ken Continuum guy is Canadian, yeah. Well, wonders never cease. And rumor has it, another guy who strides around the city is also a Canuck. Might be wrong about that one though, not sure. Here's the ugly building. You always have to point this out. Like, it has this retail podium here, and then it has some floors of office space above, and then above that it has apartments, and each section looks different from the other, you know. It's like a Frankenstein building, basically. Yeah, it's like a Frankenstein building. Cypher. You thought I was Johnny? I always find that surprising when people say that. To me, our voices sound a lot different. What's up, Neville? A visitor like from the V miniseries, those visitors. I started watching a show on Apple TV Plus called Pluribus. Has anyone seen that? It's by Vince Gilligan, the same guy who did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. So, you know how good his shows are, right? So this one so far is pretty good also. We're only 3 episodes in though, that's all they've shown so far. You saw it? You're trying to figure it out? Sal? Yeah? Like, they're intentionally writing the main character as being a very dislikable person, you know, but at the same time, she's the only voice of reason, apparently, left on the planet. I won't give away what's going on the show, but everyone around her is seemingly not what they once were, and she's the only one that's left. But she's a very angry, miserable person. So you kind of hate her, but then again, you're also can't help but, you know, agree with her most of the time. He likes to write characters like that, you know, like you don't know whether you should hate them or like them. Or maybe you start off liking them, you end up hating them, or vice versa. Right, Sal? Yeah. Hey, Calazin, hello. Dale Melnichuk, hello. Alright, we're on Roncesvalles. Dundas sort of veered off there in its own direction. And Roncesvalles starts. How old is Pluribus? It's brand new. It's a brand new show. They've only had 3 episodes so far. Hey, Tyler, hello. I think in the evenings this is a quiet neighborhood, yeah. It does have some bars and things along here, but it's sort of a family-oriented neighborhood that does tend to be quiet once you get into the evening hours. It can be pretty lively, though, in the daytime, like in the afternoons along here. The streets get pretty busy, like along Roncesvalles. Lots of shops and restaurants and that sort of thing. Hey, Jasmine, hello. Good evening. Hey, Deeputik is here. So, cheers to 1 year of channel membership, Deeputik. We're going down Roncesvalles. We're way in the West End here, right? We're nowhere near downtown just yet. Some people lump this whole area in as downtown. It's not really downtown. Those are usually people from far off parts of the Greater Toronto area. To them, anything within, 5 miles of the CN Tower is downtown. This isn't downtown, really. This is the West End. We will walk downtown, though. Hey, here's Loons. Ooh, I hear some. Whoa. Yeah. That's a good song. That's a good song right there. A little bit of Talking Heads there. Hey, Easy Flash, hello. Hey, me too, Easy Flash. Here's the Review Cinema. Yeah, a nice windless night here. It's amazing how much more pleasant everything is when there's no nasty wind. Roncesvalles Vintage Market. Those are some nice hats on this group here. Seasons Readings. This, usually every night they have something happening here. Tonight, designing the movies Darling, 1965. 9:30, Psych Out Cinema, The Trip. So Darling and The Trip are playing here tonight, both from the 1960s. Let's see if there's anything I like coming up here. Just joined. We're on Roncesvalles. There's the local and the review. The last movie I saw there at that the review was from the 1960s. Actually, it was A Hard Day's Night from 1964. Hey, Dulvid, hello. Used to live here 30 years ago. Yeah, I used to hang out around here about 30 years ago, before I even lived in Toronto. I had friends who lived on Roncesvalles here, so I would come down and stay with them, you know, for a few days, and we'd hang out and walk the streets here. Morgana, you remember that? Alright, maybe I'll cross, because all the shops are mostly on the other side of the street now. Look at some of the stores. Like, there's shops on both sides of the street from this point north, but from here there's only shops on this side of the street. It's a bit unusual, you know. Hey, Choppy. Peter Bradfield. But there's lots of really cool places all along here. Lots of them are closed for the evening already, but I think we'll find quite a few are still open. I think rents are probably very high, would be my guess. The neighborhood does tend to have a bit of a upscale feel to it, like the residential streets and all that. Mostly detached houses. Once you go west of here, it's mostly detached houses, which cost millions, obviously. Once you go east of here, though, there's a lot more attached housing, row houses and that sort of thing, all the way towards downtown. This is sort of like the dividing line, I guess, between the old neighborhoods of detached homes and the old neighborhoods of row houses. Hello, Meow. SG. Well, this isn't a nightlife area, so it gets quiet in the evenings, right? Just had to clear my throat there.
Yeah, maybe they don't. Yeah.
Lots of dogs around here also. But there's a fair number of people walking around. It's not like Deadsville or anything. Hey Rob, hello. Toronto is a money grabber. It can be. It definitely can be, yeah. But it's also where everything is. All the cool stuff is here. I mean, not all of it, obviously. There are some other smaller cities and towns that have some cool stuff, but you know what I mean. Never been to Roncesvalles? Yeah, it's a nice area. It's like the old Polish area, right, along here. This whole business strip used to be lots and lots of Polish businesses. There's still some around, but it's not nearly as Polish feeling as it used to be. People still refer to this as like the Little Poland, though. I don't know, I do alright. I live in downtown Toronto. I'm not rich by any means. I live a pretty meager existence. But I get by okay. All my income is from YouTube for the most part, so yeah. I live alone in my own apartment, so I'm not complaining. No roommates. Joe's Variety. Crikey. I wonder what the rents are in this old apartment building here. Hello, Lucio. JJ, hello. Coming to Toronto this weekend. Nice. Yeah, I have this scratchy thing in my throat. It keeps tickling my throat. 150 Fermanagh Avenue. 2 bedrooms are available. Wonder what they're charging for a 2-bedroom in that building. A couple thousand a month, probably, if not more. 2,500 a month. Hey, Paolo, hello. Rod Cook. Going down Roncesvalles. Going down Roncesvalles. Lorraine, hello. Get some natural honey. Yeah, that might do the trick. Was that Elvis? I don't know. I wasn't necessarily doing Elvis. I was just making a voice. Usually my only Elvis impersonation is going like, thank you very much, thank you. That's my only Elvis. $2,700. All right, Billy T. Billy T checked it out. So my $2,500 guess wasn't too far off. Hello, Uranus Potato. You can call me Venus Eggplant. I don't know. $3,000 a month for a studio. Wow, that's a bit pricey. I think there are some studios in Toronto where you pay that much, but they're usually in a very exclusive area like Yorkville or something, in a very high-end building. Hey, thanks. Glad you're enjoying the walk. We're almost at 400 viewers here, I noticed. That's awesome. We're heading south down Roncesvalles. Yeah, there's Chopin. Is that how you say his name? walking by your place. Hey, that's cool. It's a nice place. It's a nice neighborhood. Robert Sprite, hello. Hey, 402 viewers according to my little counter thingy here. Welcome everyone. Hope you're enjoying the walk. We're going to walk downtown. We're on Roncesvalles right now. I think I'm going to go down to King Street. I've done Queen a bunch of times recently, so I thought I'd do King this time. Hey, Nancy Mattis, 10 bucks. Ken and chat, have you seen the YouTube fan film video edit? The Sopranos casting Star Trek. I think I saw that, Nancy, in my recommended videos, but I actually didn't click on it yet, so maybe I'll check it out if it's that good. But yeah, I think I remember seeing that pop up. Those can be pretty funny, those videos like that. Cheers, Nancy Mattis, for the generous $10 American. Much appreciated. $10 US greenbacks. Yeah, this is not a cheap area. Things tend to be a little pricey in these parts here. A lot of the stores, restaurants, apartments, obviously. The houses are in the millions around here. The detached houses. Paying probably 2-3 million for a pretty typical old brick detached home here. Check out this bike. It's nice old school looking Schwinn. I have a Schwinn bike. I have a folding bike. It's one of those ones that has a smaller wheels, you know, and it folds up. It's just sitting by my front door inside my apartment. This used to be a theater, I think, back in the day. To a movie tonight. I'm just looking through the chat here. My chat stopped moving, so I had to like manually come and investigate. Hey Alicia, how you doing? Do I have Netflix? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. My chat is being annoying here. Sometimes it stops moving and I have to manually move it. And then I notice there's like 20 messages I didn't see. All of a sudden they just all appear at once. Hey, going coconuts.
So is that like how we were singing? If I ever did that, I think.
It is a weird street name. A lot of people aren't sure how to pronounce it or how to spell it or both. I gave up trying to decipher SG's comments, you know. It's mostly just a bunch of intentional nonsense for their own amusement, I think. Whatever, it doesn't bother me so much. I just look at it and I just go, oh, okay, okay. SG is welcome to continue as far as I'm concerned. Hey, here's the apartment building my friend used to live in. I used to hang out there all the time. Her parents actually own this building. They lived in North Bay, but they own the building here. So she moved to Toronto for school after high school. She moved down here for college. And she got to live rent-free in this apartment building. That's an odd question, Rob. I think Statistics Canada keeps track of all that kind of stuff if you're really that interested. You can see how many Christians there are, how many Hindus there are, how many Buddhists there are, how many non-religious people there are. Hey, Sand Dollar Yacht Charter, hello. I myself fall into the non-religious category, so that's why I was counted by the census. I'm without a religion by choice. We're on Roncesvalles, that's right. Other Carlos. We have two Carloses. How long did it take me to get to 29K? I think it was in the summer. Like mid-summer when I hit 29K. Around in July or something like that. Or was it August? I don't know. Sometime in the summer. Before the fall, anyway. I hit 29K. And then the subscriber growth slowed down after that. It was brutal. But now it's starting to pick up again. Just over the last month or so, it started to pick up again. So I think I will probably hit 30K before the end of the year. Yes, there is a large Jewish community in Toronto, including some of my family members, yeah. Largest in Canada. We're almost at the end of Roncesvalles. Hey, cheers, Cam. I haven't even said that myself. By all means, anyone who's enjoying the stream, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more of these streams. I do these regularly, every other day usually during the week, so 3 times a week. Usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays lately. I'll do a live stream, but then I do pre-recorded videos, or I post pre-recorded videos to my channel on all the other days of the week. So yeah, hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I do future streams or post a video. Do all the things.
I can't do that.
Hey, we're at Queen. Hey, Steven, hello. So we walked all of Roncesvalles. So that's Parkdale if you go that way, along Queen. But King also starts right here, pretty much. Kind of ends right here, I guess, or starts here, depending on which way you're going. So we got King there, we got Roncesvalles there, we got Queen here, and the Queensway starts on the other side of this intersection. I don't think I streamed down here in years, a few years along this part of King Street. I always tend to go on Queen whenever I'm in the area. So I thought for a change I would not do that. I can hear. GO train, I think, just went by. And I like this part of King because it has lots of these old walk-up apartment buildings. Sort of classy looking old walk-up apartments. Let's go to the other side. Got an awesome view here. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. Check that out. No, that is not downtown. That's looking away from downtown. That's the Humber Bay Shores skyline in southern Etobicoke. There's the Gardner Expressway. The rail corridor there. I think that's just an airplane. Yeah, it's just an airplane. It's literally flying right over me. I can hear it. A small plane. There's another one. There's that one. You can see it. It's a plane. This is your view every day. It's not a bad view. Alright, we're downtown bound here. Still got a long way to go before we get downtown. Well, thank you, Tyler. I try. That train's moving. This is a good spot to walk along if you want to do some train spotting. Hello, John. Good evening to you. The train was going a lot faster than the cars, it seemed like, anyway, or at least as fast. Any of my friends pilots? Not that I know of. Well, my dad got his pilot's license, but you know, just as a private pilot. He didn't work for any airlines or anything like that. But I don't think any of my friends are pilots. Look at these old homes with the turrets. Very nice. Hey Nancy, another super chat. Looks like summer with the leafy green trees. Yeah, a lot of the trees still have their leaves, that's right, and some of them are still green. I always notice that, you know. But thank you once again, Nancy, for supporting the channel. Very much appreciated. Much appreciated. Cheers again, Nancy Mattis. Hello, Sipand. That's a streetcar. It runs on rails. Light rail, basically. It's light rail transit. Hey, Digital Blade, hello. Yeah, we are in Parkdale, the King Street part of Parkdale. I thought I'd walk along here for a change instead of along Queen. We're going to lose our cool view here though in a minute. Wonder if another train will go by. Hey, Bill from Tennessee, how you doing? There's 4 tracks there, right? It's like a decent rail corridor right there. It's upsurge. Well, we're going to lose our view of the trains. Oh well. We saw one at least. Another turret house there. We should catch a glimpse of downtown soon, once we go around this bend here. Around the bend. Look at these nice old apartments. Oh, I hear a train now. We just missed it. Oh well. Hey, later, Easy Flash. Have a good night. Thanks for checking out the stream. That apartment is very pink. Very pink in there. The shore view, yeah, on the other side they probably have an awesome view looking towards the lake. This one doesn't have a fancy name, just the address. That's a nice stained glass window though. You'll probably get used to that highway noise and the train noise. After a while, it would just become part of the background noise, I think. Family building for rent. 3-bedroom apartments. Yeah, if you have a family, 3-bedroom apartments are definitely something you would need. Toronto has trouble building 3-bedroom apartments, I find, these days. That's why the market crashed for condos, because too many small 1-bedroom and studios that nobody wants to pay exorbitant amounts for anymore. Dowling Avenue. Yeah, there's tons of these nice old apartment buildings on this part of King Street here. Although they might not be so nice on the inside. Yeah, we're almost at King and Jameson. Jameson Avenue is pretty interesting. It's just lined with apartments. Like sizable apartment buildings just up and down both sides of the street for a few blocks. A lot of the buildings are full of Tibetans because Little Tibet basically is this part of Parkdale going up towards Queen. One of the largest Tibetan communities outside of Tibet live here. And Jameson Avenue is sort of like the main residential street for a lot of the Tibetans. There was a little documentary I found on YouTube about the Parkdale, Little Tibet area.
Oh, bro, we're not to stay safe.
So here's Jameson. So you have these apartment buildings like this. Going all the way up to Queen. The magic school bus. Wonder why they're just sitting here. I guess there's a school right here, but is it just ready for tomorrow morning or something? There's another UFO. What is this? It's like a bag of little cars. Come and take this. I don't know, looks like something some kid would enjoy, right? Hopefully they just don't just get thrown in the garbage or something. Welcome 443 viewers to the stream at the moment here. We're walking along King Street. We're in Parkdale in the west end of Toronto. We're walking downtown. We started at Bloor West Village, so almost 2 hours ago we started the stream. We're still going. Probably be another hour before I get downtown. More than an hour maybe. But yeah, thank you everyone. Once again, subscribe, like, share. Come and say hi in the chat if you want. You do have to subscribe in order to come and say hi in the chat, or to chat in general. But you know, it's free. It's painless as far as I know. I think it's just you. My mic is on, so yeah, I think it's just on your end there, John. Hey, Whitby dude. Although for a second I was like, oh damn, did I not turn my mic back on after I muted it a while ago to clear my throat? That was like a half an hour ago. But I know I've been conversing with people since then, so Parkdale. My legs are doing fine. Yeah, my legs don't really get tired, my feet don't get sore. I think I'm just built for walking. That's probably why I do this for a living, I guess. These legs were built for walking. Here's Spencer Ave. I used to hang out on this street too. I had a friend who lived in an apartment building up here. It's also lined with apartment buildings, kind of like Jameson, just not as much. And this corner store has been here forever. It was there 15 years ago. It's still here. I'm not sure if it's the exact same store, but at least it's still a corner store. King's Mill? No, sorry. Yeah, every walk is short compared to that walk, yeah. Yeah, I made lots of videos on the subway. I have a whole playlist of transit videos. Upwards of 200 videos, I think, in that playlist. Subway, streetcar, bus, mostly subway though. I also have videos riding the subway in Montreal, or the metro as they call it, and riding the SkyTrain in Vancouver, riding the LRT in Edmonton, the C-Train in Calgary, and the O-Train in Ottawa. So I've done videos of all those, and also the one in Kitchener too. I did a video riding that one. The Ion, that's right, the Ion, that's what they call it there. So I think I've covered all of the subway, metro, light rail, light metro, whatever you want to call it. The only one I haven't done is the other one in Montreal. They have the metro, but they also have that other rapid transit. What's it called again? Hey, crying hippie, hello. I even have a couple of videos riding the Scarborough RT before they closed it and took it out of commission. Yeah, we're all waiting for line 5, right? I think we're getting close. I mean, all the signs are there that it's imminent. Some of the subway maps show line 5 now in some stations. And of course the new access at Cedarvale that just opened, and the new Mount Dennis station. I think it's very imminent, and line 6 also. I think they're both on the verge. We're crossing Dufferin. Hey Drew, hello. So they finally finished this. They were working on this intersection for a while, replacing all the streetcar tracks. They had it all torn up for a while. It's all back to normal now. So last time I came through here, I ended up walking through Liberty Village, but this time I'm just going to stay on King Street. And you can see downtown off in the distance there. Way off yonder. Yeah, I remember the Quiznos that was here, and there was also Island Foods, which is a really good spot to get some roti at a very affordable price. It was all right there. Then they tore down the old plaza that was there. I mean, it had a few good businesses, but it was basically a plaza, you know, in an old urban neighborhood. It didn't really give off too many vibes of being a proper land use for an intersection here. So now they built this thing. And they have new businesses opening up here. Looks like Dollarama is going in here. Those are the Dollarama colors anyway. I don't see a sign yet, but it looks like Dollarama's going there. And the Island Foods reopened in another spot nearby, so they're still open. Yeah, Gladstone, that's right, Nadine. There used to be a Quiznos on Yonge Street too, like right downtown. I remember I went there once or twice. Looks like a couple of sharks are under the sidewalk there. There's the old carpet factory building. Yeah, there were two plazas. They're both gone now, with new residential buildings on their old locations. This whole area has built up big time, you know. All these buildings are pretty recent here. Nice, very nice. Hey, Baba KJ. Yeah, I'm probably going to walk past your place. I'm staying on King Street for the time being. We're at 2 hours almost here already. This might be a long stream. Another hour, I think, at least. By the time I get downtown, like right to Yonge Street. I think my power bank is not plugged in. Yeah, it's totally not. Okay. I have to do some power bank. There we go. So what do you know, my battery dropped all of a sudden. Went from 70-some% to 50-some% in just like a matter of minutes. Yeah, it's not the power bank, Chris, as I've said before, it's the cord. I just need to get a new cord. I just never get around to it. It just all seems like a dull chore that I don't want to do. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. Just so I make sure I have a good cord for the Santa Claus parade, right? I don't want my phone to die while I'm trying to stream the parade. Oh, you saw that, did you? BG6. Home Hardware. Yeah, maybe I'll check them out. Yeah, it's because I've been living there for 15 years and it's rent controlled. That's why it's so cheap still. When I moved in, it was $6.95, all inclusive, back in 2010. So it's gone up, but you know, not by a lot in the last 15 years. Hey, best friends, hello. Is the quality not up to par with my old phone? It's funny because some people say it looks great, you know, and they say, did you get a new phone? The quality looks really good. And I go, no, it's still my old phone. And then other people might say, oh, I can tell you have an old phone. I don't think it looks that bad, honestly, when I look at the replay or whatever. It's in 1080p. I mean, I don't know. It's not that old of a phone either. Was that right, CD? Yeah. Right. I'm glad to hear it, Carl. Hello. That person said hi. Oh, I hear a train. Will we see it? I think it's on the other side, so I don't think we can see it. It's a very wide bridge here. The washer and dryer is in the basement. It's just an apartment building with a laundry room. So I just take the elevator down to the basement. There's a laundry room down there. Man, it is bright, very bright here. This is one of the longest underpasses, I think, in the whole city here. Yeah, that's why I've been there for so long, BG. It does have everything I need as a single person living alone, yeah. Harvey, if you're talking about Megan, yeah, we broke up like over a year and a half ago. My place, yeah, the heat, I control my own heat, so I can just turn it on and off at will. On a really cold day, though, sometimes it's, you know, a bit chilly in there. The heat only gets so hot when I turn it on. But most regular days in the winter, it's decent. Sometimes it's too warm, actually. I have to turn it down or whatever, turn it off sometimes. Hello, Mark. One of the best things about my apartment, though, the apartment itself is nothing to write home about. It's just a little, somewhat crappy bachelor apartment, but it's just located very conveniently in a part of downtown where I'm within like a 25 or 30 minute walk of almost any interesting area that I want to go to, right? Like within 25-30 minutes I can go to Union Station, I can go to Yonge and Bloor, Yorkville, I can go to Kensington Market, I can go to the Distillery District, and they're all within that same radius of 25 to 30 minute walk. And like Yonge and Dundas, the Eaton Centre is a 10-minute walk, so I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, Isabel, how you doing? Alright, we walked under the long-ass underpass. Another train going by over there. Here's a new building on the rise. Hey, no worries, best friends. Hello again. I don't think you can do any major renovation or anything, Nancy. I think some people paint the walls and that sort of thing. I didn't. I just left everything as is. I put some paintings up. Close to TMU station, right? Yeah, and also close to the future Moss Park station that'll be opening. Very close to that too. And the new subway line that's being built. Shaw. Still got over 400 people checking out the stream. One last look at Liberty Village over there. My battery has stopped dropping, thankfully. I think we'll make it downtown before my phone dies. Hey, you're welcome, Carol. I thought the Frankenstein movie was pretty good, yeah. I was pretty, you know, riveted most of the time I was watching it, yeah. I mean, it was nothing groundbreaking or anything, right? That story's been told like umpteen times now, but yeah, it was good. I like his little take on it, I guess. Guillermo del Toro. And I like the fact that some scenes were shot in North Bay, my hometown, as well as here in Toronto. So both of my homes, I guess, appeared in that movie. That was kind of cool. I didn't know that some scenes were shot in North Bay until I was reading the credits at the end of the movie. And I was like, what? Oh, that's cool. Hello, Frank from Germany. Welcome to the stream. Hey, have a good night, Carol. Hello, Essen Cat Geezer. I'm trying to pronounce your name, sorry. Maybe I'll just call you S-Hen. So I don't butcher it too much. I apologize for my mispronunciation of some names. Actually, I think the best scene, visually speaking, cinematically speaking, in the whole movie was when they were shooting in North Bay. The scenes where Frankenstein's monster is in the Arctic, and he's sort of standing there with the vast Arctic expanse with the sun setting and all that. That's actually Lake Nipissing in North Bay in the wintertime. The lake freezes over. And it's a big enough lake that, you know, you can just look out and the ice just seems to go on forever. So that's what they used for the Arctic scenes. It was Lake Nipissing in North Bay, Ontario. And the sun sets in that direction too, looking west. So if you look out into the lake, the frozen lake, you'll see the sun setting. North Bay is a small city about 3 hours plus north of Toronto driving. 300 kilometers north of Toronto. It's just a little city up in the wilderness, surrounded by the wilderness anyway. Hello, I'm ready to play. Yeah, it is a shallow lake, yeah. It's big and shallow. And Trout Lake is deep, but it's small. They couldn't shoot Arctic scenes on Trout Lake. It's not big enough. You'd be able to see the shore. That's where that old hotel was that they tore down, building a new building there, but they're going to reconstruct the hotel, the look of the old hotel building. So it's going to come back. Sort of. Hey, Brian Toulouse watching from Manitoulin. That's up north. That's a big island in Georgian Bay. There's Stanley Park. Oh, Brianna, sorry, Brianna. I just saw the first part where it says Brian. I didn't see the rest of it. Sorry, Brianna. What's up, Crazy Canuck? Yeah, it's not snow time yet. I mean, we had some snow a couple weeks ago, but that was a freak event, right? But normally, snow doesn't come to Toronto until, you know, December sometime. Sometimes not at all. Sometimes we have a snowless winter. I think it's like 50-50 chance we'll have snow on Christmas, usually. But hopefully we'll get at least one big blizzard this year, right? So I can do the thing, do the streaming. That's always fun for the viewers. Watch Ken walk around in a blizzard for a couple hours, getting covered with snow. Watch all his gadgets get all full of water and snow. All right, have a good night, Nancy, and thank you once again for the super chats earlier. Very, very much appreciated, Nancy. Hope you get some good sleep. Niagara Street. And all right, Karen. And Heavens Me has been lurking and enjoying. Thank you, Heavens Me. Glad to hear it. Yeah, we've been on King Street for quite a while now. We started the stream on Bloor Street, Bloor West Village. Walked all through there from Jane, all the way down. And then down Dundas to Roncesvalles, and all the way down Roncesvalles to where it ends at King or Queen. And then I took King, and we've been walking along there ever since. This will probably be a 3-hour stream by the time I get to where I want to go. Hello, Leanne. How you doing? Always a pleasure. Yeah, I walked along Queen Street with Action Kid. A bit north of here. Yeah, check out the replay. A couple of hours of walking before this part. Yeah, Action Kid. He's been in Asia for quite a while. But he came to Toronto twice, where I met up with him. Did a bunch of collabs the first time he was here. The second time we only had a chance to walk together during a live stream, because soon after that he injured himself riding an electric scooter. He hit a little hole in the street and wiped out, and he had to go back to New York. Wasn't able to stay in Toronto and continue his visit here. But I do have a bunch of videos with Action Kid and Johnny. All three of us collabed together. That was fun. The kitchen table. And we even have a fun video of all three of us arm wrestling the Walking Man dude. If anyone remembers the Walking Man dude. Johnny, Action Kid, and myself all took him on in an arm wrestling match in Dundas Square. I think that's on the Walking Man dude's channel though. It's not on my channel. And then Johnny went to New York and had an arm wrestling match with the Walking Man dude in Times Square. And I think Action Kid did too. He felt bad for Action Kid. Yeah, it took him a while to recover from that injury, yeah. He fractured his foot, right? But sometimes an injury like that can take forever to heal because you're constantly putting pressure on your foot when you don't want to. He had to go around with one of those knee scooters for a long time. Bathurst Street. Well, his family lives in New York, so he can go there and spend as much time as he wants to at his family home there. But he also, I think, has a residence in Miami. But he's been in Asia for like a year or something. He's been there for a long time. Heavens me, $5. Thanks for braving the cold and taking us along. Hey, you're very welcome, Heavens me, and thank you for the super chat. It is very, very much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the walk. At least it's not windy tonight like it was on Monday night. Monday night felt way colder, even though the temperature's about the same. This is like way more pleasant. I'm enjoying this a lot more. But thank you very, very much, Heavens me, for the super chat. Cheers to the support. Much appreciated. Alright, we're coming into downtown now. We just crossed Bathurst. So that's basically what is considered sort of the boundary, the western boundary of what is considered downtown. Hey, Baby Grinch, hello. There's the first good look at the tower. Get to the tower. Get to the tower. Hey, JFL Johnny L. And Rebecca, hello. Yeah, I've been to the CN Tower. I went twice in a matter of months to do some videos and a live stream. So they're on my channel. That's from a few years back now though. I haven't been back since. Maybe I'll hit it up again sometime soon. I'm gonna cross the street to avoid the Muzak. We're coming into sort of like the part of town with all the night spots, so there's always music blasting. Life I like, but a lot of people enjoy it, so this place can get pretty crazy at night, mainly, you know, on weekends, but it's not my scene, but to each their own. Maybe I'll go down Portland. Maybe I'll get off of King. Maybe I'll go to Wellington. I just don't want to have to deal with the copyright music walking along King. It's always a pain in the ass. Have to yell or mute the audio or whatever. It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Hello, Mary. Welcome to the stream. It's a nice park. Mary, Mary, where are you going to? Isn't that a song by the Monkees or something? I keep forgetting the name of this park. It's like Victoria Square or something like that. It's like a war memorial park. I think the name is here. Maybe not. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn, hello. But it has a war memorial over there and over here. I don't know. There's no sign. Does anyone know? Isn't it called like Victoria something something? Victoria Square. That's what keeps coming to mind anyway. Ed's warehouse. That's going back. That's going back. So here's Wellington Street. Going across. I don't know why I keep standing here. All right, here we go. Where the elite old money hang out for like going out, like nightlife and stuff like that. I don't know. Probably Yorkville would be my guess. I tend to think of the elite old money people as just sitting in their mansions in Rosedale or whatever. But Yorkville is close to Rosedale. Maybe they go there if they want to go out on the town. Clarence Square is the other park that's up ahead. We're walking towards Clarence Square, so that one is a different one. I think the name Victoria is in it. Is in the name of that park. Yeah, Stanley Park we already walked past a while ago. So it's in between Stanley Park and Clarence Square on Wellington Street. Wellington and Portland is the intersection. Maybe it's a Victoria Memorial Park. Yeah, the spaghetti factory's still there. Victoria Memorial Square. There we go. So I was pretty close. I was pretty close. I knew the Victoria name was somewhere in there, and Memorial was somewhere in there. All right. Now I don't have to think about that anymore. It's been sort of like bouncing around in my head. What was that called? Something, 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 something. I'll try to insert that permanently into my memory bank now. walking past the well. Let's see if we can get how far we can get into the well before copyright music repels me. Yeah, I love that part of Wellington we were just walking along, Carlos. I'm going to go back to that. I just want to take a peek in here. The copyright Christmas music should probably make itself known anytime now. How loud is it? Sounds like it's just winding down. Some song is just ending by the sounds of it. Alright, we got a temporary lull. One song is just ending, so good timing. Good timing. But another one is just beginning, so let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Run from the music. I'll come back here and do a nice video through the well when all the Christmassy stuff is in full effect. Back to Wellington. Going for 2 hours and 42 minutes. It's like a wall of condos there. We should get an awesome look at the tower in a second here. Get to the tower. Where's the tower? Where is it? Tell me where it is. Oh, there it is. No, my legs are not tired at all. There it is, Jasmine. Let us cross. This is Spadina Ave. That's Clarence Square Park right there. Oh. Looking at the tower, I didn't even notice the light changed. I was just in awe looking at that thing. After all this time, after all these years, it still has that effect on me. I mean, look at that thing. How can you not like be impressed by that? Well, the park is looking pretty nice now. It was a bit rough here for a while. Impressive indeed, right, Leanne? I've been fascinated by the CN Tower since I was a small child. I had a model of it I still have it actually, but it's a model I made when I was 13 years old out of construction paper. It was like a kit called Build Your Own CN Tower. So when I was 13, I made that thing, and it was like 5 feet tall. And I still have it, except after all these years, it's sort of started to fall apart. And it's all janky looking now. Like the top is all leaning over, like it's in rough shape. So I have it in my closet now. I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. I don't know. Maybe I should buy a new. They still sell that same kit, Build Your Own CN Tower. They still sell that. You can still get that. Maybe I should just get a new one and do it all over again. No, it wasn't Lego. It was like paper and glue. I think it's too far gone to restore. Maybe I could restore it. But when I was a kid, it was taller than me, right? When I first got it. Like just a little taller than me. And I have one of those snow globes from when I was a kid, when the CN Tower was new. I got a snow globe that I still have to this day with the CN Tower and some of the Toronto skyline. I can see the elevator going up. There it is. See the elevator? You shook it too much. Guess you can't overshake it. at Peter Street. All right, let's go up Peter Street. I'll go back to King. We avoided the Muzak part of King Street. Yeah, I think the restaurant always revolves, unless it's broken or something. Buildings here. You've never been inside the tower. Well, you can check out my video if you're curious to see what it's like. I went with Megan once to do a live stream, and then I went by myself to do a pre-recorded video. Now they're not letting streamers go into the tower unless you contact them beforehand, because there are too many nuisance streamers lately that have ruined it for everyone else. So you can still stream in the tower, but you have to get some sort of permission beforehand. You can't just show up with your streaming gear. Hello, Jody Grubbs. Yeah, nuisance streamers, man. They're just ruining things for everyone else.
Yeah, we're gonna walk off.
Yeah, I did a pre-recorded. I did both. So I have both. Oh, you want to know about doing... Yeah, I think you can probably just do a pre-recorded video without asking, because you can just stick your camera in your pocket. How are they going to know, right? And you could probably even get away with live streaming if you don't set up your live stream until you're already up in the tower. I bet you could just get away with it then too. But if you're live streaming the whole process of going up in the tower and all that, they won't let you. Yeah, sorry, I know that's... I thought you meant, have I ever done a pre-recorded video? But I bet you can still go up and do a pre-recorded video without getting permission or needing permission. Because everyone's in there taking videos on their phones, right? And that's what everyone's doing. So what's the difference? Downtown now, King Street. I did not do the skywalk, no. Oh no, there is more copyright music here too. Restaurant Row. Restaurant Row, you got me, Restaurant Row. Oh no. Well, maybe I can make it past here. I didn't feel like trying to yell over Taylor Swift or whoever the hell that was. All right. Or maybe it was Ariana Grande. It was one of them. You know, the Beatles music will definitely get me a copyright claim. If I have to mute the Beatles, I will do that too. Or talk over them. The Beatles music is one of the worst actually for getting you a copyright claim. The Beatles, the Eagles, those are probably the two worst ones. Start singing, yeah. Yeah, well, the record company, you know, that owns the rights to the Beatles music, they're a bunch of greedy bastards. Did Paul, I'm not sure how much of the Beatles discography Paul owns now. Look at this. Look, they're installing a new piece there. All this metallic cladding on this building here. Look how awesome it looks. They're installing a piece right there. This whole building is going to be covered with that. It's like going to be a very tall skyscraper. It's literally going to be a metallic looking skyscraper. It's going to be one of the coolest buildings in like all of North America when it's done, if not the world, I think, the way it's clad. This is one of the buildings Frank Gehry designed. A famous architect, starchitect, I guess you could say. They're putting it in place. Brand new piece. This is called the Forma. This is phase 1. Phase 2 will go right over there, where that white building is. Phase 2 will be taller than phase 1. It'll be like over 300 meters in height. This one will be 260 something meters in height. So this will still be really tall, like a tall skyscraper, like one of the tallest in the city, but it's the cladding that will make this one stand out. Hey, Jody, $10. You always did love Toronto. Sadly, you never have been. Can't travel anymore at your age. You live way down there in Tennessee, in Nashville. Toronto is one of the most amazing cities. God bless. Thank you so much, Jody. Well, you can always check out my videos and streams if you want to see what's going on in Toronto, just like we are tonight, as we watch construction in progress here on this awesome building. Look at that, eh? They just drop it right in place, fasten it in, boom, bam, wham, bam. Thank you very, very kindly, Jody, for the generous super chat. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's going to be fun watching that building go up and all the cladding.
Every single time, like, giving her up, and I'm like, oh, that's great. So much cookie.
Yeah, those are condos. Those ones are condos. It's kind of a upscale building, so very pricey. Roy Thompson Hall. Kind of an unusual color tonight, like aquamarine or something. There's this thing. I've sat on there a couple times, if you might remember. Oh, look at the nice dog there. Yeah, I like the color tonight here. Looks good. That's where the Toronto Symphony plays. Concerts. There's a nice little park thing down there. Some fountains, you know, in the summertime. Yeah, McCartney's playing a show in Hamilton. They just renovated the arena there. Now it's called TD something something. It used to be called Cops Coliseum, right? Now it's been rebranded and they renovated it. So their inaugural show there will be Paul McCartney in Hamilton. Instead of in Toronto. He usually plays in Toronto here, but he's playing in Hamilton this time. So I guess that's a win for Hamilton. There'll probably be mostly Toronto people at the show there, though. You got your pick on that bike, Lorraine? Yeah, I think a lot of us did, eh? Past 3 hours. I'm still going. Go ahead. Still going. 3 hours later. I don't think so, Jillian. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's just a trick of perspective, right? TD Coliseum, okay. I wasn't sure if they kept the Coliseum name or not. All right, Vivian. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm feeling energetic tonight. But cheers, Vivian. Thank you very kindly for sticking it out for so long. Surprisingly, I don't go through shoes at a very high rate compared to some other people. I don't know, maybe I just wear my shoes longer than I should. I don't know. I usually get like a good 4 or 5 years out of a pair of shoes before I feel like I need to replace them. Even with all my walking. Soles don't get holes. Oh, well, eventually, I guess. It just seems to take a long time. Maybe it's just the way I walk. Maybe the way my feet, you know, meet the ground when I walk just prevents that from happening. Maybe some other people walk in a different way where their shoes take a beating more. I don't know. All I know is my shoes don't seem to wear out compared to some other people who walk a lot. Their shoes are completely full of holes and all worn out, and mine are still okay after like the same amount of time. I don't know why exactly. All right, Johnny M. Have yourself a good night. Glad you enjoyed. Maybe I'll catch you in the next one. Hey, Kurt D. Well, you caught the stream. Still in progress. Mainly because I'm streaming a bit longer tonight than usual. I'm not sure how long I could walk, you know. I think I could walk for a long, long time. I just haven't really had any reason to do it. I mean, as far as live streaming goes, I'm sure I could do like a long ass 10-12 hour stream if I wanted to, but I just don't want to. Like, I don't know, 2-3 hours usually seems enough to me, you know. I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. Alright, Leanne, have a good night as well. Thanks for checking it out. And also, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, I think that was the longest stream I did, that's right. Sometimes the only reason I do have to end a stream though is because my phone dies, you know, before I want it to. Otherwise I would have kept going. The phone is hanging in there pretty good tonight though. I'm still at 43%, so it's doing all right tonight. Yeah, I love panning up here in the financial district. Just like I don't know about that, baby Grinch. We're kind of getting close to home for me, so I don't think I'll break my 4-hour plus stream record tonight. Are you saying goodnight to Rebecca? All right, cheers. And it was my pleasure. Glad you enjoyed. Almost at Young Street. It's feeling a bit chillier now. I think we lost a couple of degrees at least. I think there's a fair number of Torontonians who watch the streams regularly. I'm not sure exactly how many, but a bunch anyway. Or former Torontonians often too. Just want to see what's new with their former home. Hey, the color purple. Well, it's not really something I think about, to be honest. I'm not saying it's something that will never happen. I don't know, but it's not something I'm wanting, I guess. You're born and raised? Anything's possible, you know, for who knows, in 10 years maybe I'll be married and have a child, who knows, right? Right now, it's not something I'm seeing in my immediate future or anything like that. All right, we're on Yonge Street. I'm pretty sure it's possible. I think everything is working on my end. So, you know. As long as everything is working on the other person's end, I don't see why it's not possible. Hey, thank you, Leo. And I guess that's a reminder for me to also say the same. If you're enjoying the stream, by all means, do me a solid, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more of these streams, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when I go live next. I usually go live about 3 times a week. But on the other days of the week, I post a pre-recorded video, which I premiere on the channel. So 7 days a week, there's either a live stream or a video you can watch. So if this is your cup of tea, it'd be awesome to add you to my subscribers. Trying to get to 30K by the end of the year. I'm pretty close. Pretty close. Hey, Giz Schmeckman, hello. Hello, White House, DC. How you doing? Is this Ivanka? Yeah, the road to 30K. I'm on the road to 30K. Right, up Young. Yeah, feeling the cold a lot more now. It's definitely chilled a bit. Soon to be 10 p.m., yeah. Wasn't planning on going this long, but I guess it's just how it turned out. I was thinking 3 hours tops, but we're way past that now.
Yeah, anyways, I don't know where I'm going, but have a good night. You too.
Crikey's saying good night. Have a good night, Crikey. See, Jada's still here. Thanks for hanging in there, Jada, all this time. This is a long light. Okay, there we go. Hey, Smoke'em is here. How you doing, Smoke'em? Did we have a troll earlier? I think I missed that. Cheers, Jada. Crossing Queen. can see the bright lights of Young and Dundas. Well, a troll just says trollish things usually in the chat, trying to get a rise out of people by saying something, you know, inflammatory or derogatory or whatever. Usually. Just to see what people say. Or sometimes just, yeah, even if it's not necessarily offensive, they're just trying to get a reaction from people. There are different types of trolls. Some are worse than others, you know. Some I can tolerate if they're not saying anything nasty, if they're just being silly or whatever, just being redonkulous. Then it's like, oh, I don't care, whatever. But if they start being offensive, then that crosses the line, and then usually they'll get the boot or be timed out or something like that. Hey, it's Bill Chow, thank you very much. Over 300 likes. But I mean, I don't mind if people are just saying silly things or being a goof or joking around. I don't care. It's all fine with me. Either I can just acknowledge what they say and go haha or not, or I can just ignore it. So that's what I do to some people who say odd things. It's no big deal to me. But, you know, obviously if you start saying nasty things that go against the rules of the chat, which are stated down below in the description, you start saying stuff like that, then no, that's just, it's not cool. It's not acceptable. It just makes the chat unpleasant for everyone. It ruins it for everyone. Jazz is back once again. Hey, we're at Young and Dundas. How did that happen? How did we get here? I'm going to cross the street to get away from those goofs who hang out there. Any TV shows I enjoyed in 2025? Yeah. Right now I'm enjoying Pluribus. It's a brand new show. I was talking about that earlier. And I enjoyed Severance, which I watched this year. I caught up on it this year. So those are the newer shows that I've been watching. Waymo, you missed a lot. I didn't mind that guy who was talking with all the Toronto slang and all that. That didn't bother me. Have I seen Tulsa King? No. Maybe I'll check it out. The adorable cat. Yeah, that was fun. Hopefully that cat is somewhere warm and cozy right now. We are Young and Dundas in the square. I've been streaming for over 3.5 hours, so maybe this is a good time to wrap it up. Once again, here from Young and Dundas. Downtown Young. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up, I think, people. So thank you very kindly. I'm close to home, 10-minute walk to home from here. But maybe I'll pop into the Shoppers before I head home, which is right there. I'm actually too late to go to any of the grocery stores. They all closed at 10. So I guess Shoppers it is. But thanks for watching this long-ass stream tonight. Starting in Bloor West Village, all the way at Jane Street. Made our way all the way downtown via Bloor, Roncesvalles, King Street. A bit of Wellington, some Young to end things off. I had a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. So thanks to all the people who did check me out tonight. Maybe we had some new subscribers. Welcome to all the new subs. I'll be seeing after the stream ends if I added any new subs tonight. It's always good to see. So cheers to the newcomers and cheers to the regulars for wandering around with me once again. Hope to see you in the next one. My next stream should be Friday night, so stay tuned. Hit the notification bell, like, share, subscribe, yada yada. You know the drill if you haven't already. And I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening around 7 or 7:15ish p.m. usually. Hope to see you in the live chat during the premiere. There's a pre-recorded video, as I mentioned. But it's still fun, still worth checking out, right? Thanks to the mods. Cheers, Vivian. You're probably sleeping right now. Alan K. Thank you very kindly. Thanks to all those who sent support. Got some super chats tonight, super stickers, or any PayPal donations I haven't yet seen. I'll check those out after the stream ends. But thank you in advance. But thank you to all the support. It's awesome. And thanks to the channel members as well. I think that's it. All right. Until next time, I will continue. Right. Have a great night, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. And that's a wrap. Yoink.